What's up, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. This will be going over the Germa 66, all the cool things along with them. I have another used video coming out later for all the other fun stuff that's going to come along with the Sugo Fest and all the other things there. So you'll have to wait on that one because I actually had to spend like an hour, like 3 hours recording this because it was just people coming in, out, and all that stuff. So sorry for the release and everything, but it finally got done. So yay! So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and go over the Germa 66 and their super evolutions and how they compare to the original versions. Now the original version of Yonji was going to have a captain ability that was a 2.25 times dex captain and then boost powerhouse characters by 1.3, which gave him a 2.925 times boost. And the Super Evolution version is going to have a 1.4 times boost to powerhouse instead of 1.3, so puts them up to a 3.1 times captain. So I mean, a marginal difference. You're not really going to see too much of a difference. There was some times where Baeju was super helpful. There are maybe some sets of content where this Yonji or Niji or Baeju or Ichiji will be really helpful as a captain, but not a ton of content. And most of the time, you're not going to be using them as captain. The special ability initially was going to be a boost the attack against delayed enemies by 1.75. And then boost the if your captain's a powerhouse character, adds 40 times attack and typeless damage for 1 turn. So that was pretty good. It was probably the worst of the batch, and delayed attack was nice on him. There was a lot of other units that you could use, and for me, this was the weakest Germa. Even though he did provide that conditional boost in the tap timing, the tap timing was really low, and all the other stuff you got along with it, it was like, it was really hard to fit this character in and then want to use Ichiji too. So overall, I really didn't care for this unit. However, the special ability on the Super Evolution is going to be a 55 times character attack, and your captain is a powerhouse character, reduced damage reduction on threshold damage reduction cut on the enemy by 3 turns. So my first thought is that the 55 times attack is really, really close to what Raid Sabo does, and I think it's the exact same. It's pretty good. I like that a lot. That's actually a pretty sizable damage increase as far as this tap time damage goes. The loss of the delayed attack is kind of sucky, but to be honest, the thing with the Germa squads, of course, they work as a cohesive unit. They don't just work by themselves, and you don't really use one Germa unit by themselves, so that's fine, I guess. And the addition of getting damage reduction and threshold damage reduction cut on the enemy, I like that. I like that because that is actually a super useful thing to have, and there's a lot of units in the game that have that. There's a lot of bosses that have that damage reduction, percent damage reduction, or threshold damage reduction. The fact that it's only 3 turns, though, that kind of bothers me. I wish it was longer because 3 turns is really short, and I don't really see this unit being future-proof because it's only 3 turns. Also, the 55 times attack and typeless damage on top is a tap time bonus. Not super useful, but what can you do? And what I do like is that since the Germa squad is a rainbow squad, you could potentially, since this character is the strength character of the unit, take this unit out at a later date and put in like the strength brook, and then you would have a color affinity booster. So that part is okay to me, and I like that this unit is strength because it allows me to use more kind of give and take on what I want to do. As far as stats go, he's gonna go up by 23 attack. I don't. It's a very small change in attack, not really a lot of attack, just a little bit. Gets an extra 20 recovery and looks like about 100 HP or so, 80 HP. I don't really know how much, but the stats are minor. They don't really help too much as far as the 5+ goes. They're not going to power creep him like crazy, but they do give him a little bit of stats. And the next unit of the day, which is going to be the second of the Germa squad, which originally was a chain locker, is now not going to be a chain locker anymore. It is going to be an orb booster. So originally, the strength Germa, which is Ichiji, was going to be a chain locker at 2.5 for 2 turns, and if your captain is a powerhouse character, delay all enemies for 2 turns. Super helpful for Invasion Guard, by the way, super helpful. Now, he is going to, if the captain is a quick or int character, boost the orbs of the crew by 2 times, and when the captain is a powerhouse character, reduce increased damage debuff on the crew. I can tell you this, so far, this new Germa squad is going to have a much harder time with Invasion Guard. So, yeah, I don't know. So far, I'm starting to feel a little lackluster in this, but I do like that it's a 2x Zord boost, and we kept the 2x Zord boost, and that's nice. So far, that's good. Over is Niji, and Niji had an original special ability that was going to be a universal type booster for your entire crew at a 1.75 type boost for 2 turns if your captain is quick or Psy, and then if your captain was powerhouse, it locked all orbs for 1 turn, which was really nice. I liked that. It was good. The 2-turn type boost was nice. You don't really need universal type boosters as much anymore because we have a lot of them now. But Niji is now going to have a special ability when the captain is Dex or Int, give you a 2-turn chain lock at 2.75. First off, that's good, but I mean, they're switching all the units around, which is obvious. I just don't know if I like the next part. When the captain's a powerhouse character, reduce 3 turns of attack up and enrage on the enemy. A lot of times when an enemy gets enraged, it's not like 1 turn of enrage, it's 99 turns of enrage. I think more than half the time it's like that. And 3 turns is kind of lackluster as far as removing attack up and rage. I don't really like that. Especially if we have a unit in the game like Rage Shogun Frankie that can entirely remove attack up and enrage. This seems really lackluster to me. But I understand why it's here. I know it's going to be useful in content. I wish it was more useful. I'm a little sad about it. And the next video of the day, which is everybody's favorite character so far, and definitely my favorite character of the Germa Squad, probably the only must-have of the Germa Squad to me. The special ability initially was going to be a very, very nice special ability, where it removes silence and paralysis, and had a sailor that also removes silence and paralysis, which was really nice. I like that a lot. So Baeju also removes poison, despair, and then if your captain's a powerhouse character, she did a 70% damage reduction for 2 turns. So that was all really good. She was a super utility unit, great on judge teams. I love that. Her super evolution, however, is more attack based and less defense based. So, when the captain is a Psy or Int character, reduce 3 turns of attack down and special seal on the crew, and then inflict toxic on the enemy. When the captain is a powerhouse character, it's going to boost attack against toxic characters by 1.75 for 1 turn. So, my first thought is that the all-removing character, Baeju, that removed poison and paralysis and despair and silence, no longer does that, which it kind of sucks. Her limit break sailor ability stays the same, so you're still going to have a character that removes silence on herself and removes silence on the crew. But now instead of just doing that, instead of removing paralysis, she's going to remove attack down. So that part I do like. The part where she removes attack down is very, very nice. And the reason that's really nice is because you can actually bring sailors now that reduce paralysis, and you can bring a lot of them that reduce paralysis, so that's nice. There aren't a ton on the Germa Squad that remove paralysis, so what I'm seeing here is the actual counter to the Germa Squad, just by looking at all the units so far, since none of them have a paralysis reducing sailor, is paralysis. Like when you're using the Germa Squad, paralysis instantly stops that Germa Squad. You can just done. You're like, oh, well, that sucks. But before it was attack down, so I mean, the fact that you can switch between Germa Squads, it's kind of nice. I guess that's good. So to me, this introduction of the change between giving a more offensive, more buff removing thing on the Germa Squad says to me that if you do want to keep a separate Germa Squad, a Psy version judge lead and an Int version judge lead, I think that might actually be a good idea based on this. However, her attack boosting special as well as popping toxic on characters is fucking awesome. I love this Baeju. She is so good. She's good for Hody teams. She's good for her own teams. And the captain being a Psy lead as well. That's so nice. You can actually use her with the captain who's the Psy lead. I'm trying to think about all the characters that are Psy powerhouse. And there's not that many. But if there were more, oh my god, that would be so nice. As far as Int and powerhouse goes, it's just Hody as well as Judge, I think. Oh, wait. Hody, Judge, Sanji, Jinbei, Moria. There's actually a lot of Int powerhouse leads. I just noticed. Wow, that's actually not bad. I mean, so there's not really a change from like what keys you can use her on, but the fact that you can use her for a self-proccing conditional is awesome. Self-proccing conditional, by the way, is extremely rare. There are very few characters in the game that I know of that do self-proccing conditional at a 1.75 level. There's a couple that do it at 1.5, a couple do it like 1.3, but the ones that I know of that do it at 1.75, I think are Treasure Mode Sabo, Raid Lucci, and I think that's it. Well, I mean, Katakuri kinda Katakuri. Not really, though. Not in the same turn. All right, guys, so let's go over Judge versus Judge. The original captain ability is increase the rate of Psi orbs, reduce incoming damage by 15%, and boost the HP of characters by 1.25. If there's a rainbow team, boost the attack of all characters by 3.9375, and if they have a matching orb, 2.25 otherwise. Going over the new captain ability, the captain ability is going to increase the rate of int orbs, so the same there. Reduce incoming damage by 15%, same there. HP by 1.25, same there. Non-beneficial orbs are treated as beneficial orbs. Oh my god. That is so good. So that means Ichiji, Yonji, Niji, and Baeju have an extra matching orb on their team for badly matching orbs. That is so good. They all get int orbs matching, so that's 2 out of 7 matching right there. They're all powerhouse, so that's 4 out of 7 matching there. So that's really good. So you get 4 out of 7 matching on Germa squads instead of 3 out of 7 matching on Germa squads. That's pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking good. Now, all the Germa kids, they don't get a new Sailor ability from their 5+. To my knowledge, they don't get Psi as beneficial anymore, I believe. They just get int as beneficial here. So if they do get Psi beneficial, attack by 2.25 when all Korea's 5 colors represented the team, and 1.75 attack the characters with the matching orb, which comes out to the 3.9375. So it's the same as far as the attack boost goes. The only big difference is that you can't get badly matching orbs on this team, and I love that. Now here, the special ability. So the original Judge is going to reduce bind duration by 7 turns and amplify orbs by 2 times if the captain or friend captain. If this character is a captain or friend captain, boost the orbs or Psi orbs greatly, and then shuffle all orbs, including block orbs, into just randomly, just to increase the rate of Psi orbs. So that part was kind of shitty because you would get turns where you would not have full matching orbs, and it was kind of annoying. But here's where I don't like Judge. For 2 turns, reduce the incoming damage by 30% for the 5+ Judge. I wish they kept the bind. I really wish they kept the bind removal. 7-turn bind removal is really helpful. And for me, that right there is going to make me want to keep a Psi Judge. For 1 turn, boost the attack of powerhouse-driven and fighter characters by 2 times. That I do like. I like that a lot. That's nice. To be honest, that's a good one. That's a good. If he is the captain or friend captain, change all orbs, including block orbs, into int orbs. This I'm fine with, but again, this means you can't really use Judge as a sub if you want to get full matching orbs, which I'm not a big fan of. What I really like about this character is I can use this character on V2 Akainu teams, which is really, really nice. Version 2 Akainu is one of the best legends in the entire game, and he's so versatile. And the fact that I can use this character on a V2 Akainu team because it boosts powerhouse-driven and fighter characters by 2 times is really nice. And a lot of characters that are on those teams are either powerhouse-driven or fighter anyways, so you're fine there. There are certain times where I wouldn't be able to use that, so that's okay. And the fact that he is just a 2 times type booster at that point, I mean, I could use Sicilian, and he's not really providing a ton to the team, which is also kind of annoying. So my overall thought on Judge as a sub is, well, he's okay. I don't understand why this character has to be a captain or friend captain to shuffle orbs. I hate that part. That part fucking sucks, man. Why not just make this character a unit they can use on other teams? But they really just want to make the entire Germa squad not versatile. They just want to make it only on one team. And Germa is the only team with that, and they're just stuck there. They don't want you to move outside Germa. They don't want you to move Germa on other teams. They want, like, being creative with Germa is like super fucking hard. And I really just dislike that part. I wish they would change it, but what can you do? As far as the stats go, he's going to get an extra 35 attack. So as far as all the German kids go, they're getting somewhere between 23 and 35 attack. So not getting a ton of attack, but they're getting a little bit. And as far as HP goes, they're actually getting an extra 100 HP each or so, maybe 90, 80, doesn't really matter how much, and a little bit extra recovery. So they're getting a small stat boost. Overall, that's okay. It's just, I'm a fan, I'm just not the biggest fan. So overall, as a cohesive unit, let's talk about the Germa squad and the damage increase that we're going to see from the Germa squad. Now, my original assumption is that's going to be a side grade. It's not really that good. And looking at the damage, and because we're going from a 1.75 type boost to a 2 times type boost, we're going from that 40 times type timing bonus to a 55 times tapping bonus, and we're going from 2.5 times chain lock to 2.75 times chain lock. There are some differences, and I got to be a little more fair. So, originally, I think we're about a 12.7 times multiplier as far as how much we're going to increase our damage, not adding on the 40 times tap timing bonus as far as the additional damage goes. We can add that later. The new multiplier is going to be closer to 16 times damage, which is approximately a 20% damage increase, 25% depending on look at it. But that's a pretty big increase in damage. I don't know if it was necessary. So that's the thing. I don't know if the 25% increase in damage was necessary because the German squad by itself has a lot of fucking damage. And that's before you get color fitting on the team too. So that's really good. I like it. I'm a fan of the new Germas. However, I really like the old Germas too. So unfortunately, the upgrade to me is still an upgrade. It's a really good upgrade. It's good for the current meta. However, if I pull more Germa kids, I don't think I'm going to go for the rainbow on the Germa squad. I think I'm literally just going to feed them into a whole separate Germa squad to make the original Germa squad and then to make another Pentamax Germa squad. So, to me, that kind of sucks that you would want both because obviously one is good and it shores up some of the weakness of the other, but it also increases their amount of weakness to other things. So overall, I like them. I found that it's not a perfect team. It's not the best team in the game. We're gonna have content that's gonna be mean to this team. There's no paralysis reduction on the team as far as the Sailor goes. You're not gonna get -1 paralysis on your entire team. There's nothing like that. So paralysis is an obvious weakness to this team. And paralysis happens so frequently. I don't know, man. This is kind of a bummer. The silence removal is still nice. Being able to remove silence is still nice. Moving attack up, attack down, all that stuff. Moving threshold damage, that's great. I guess overall it's a very, very good team. And the original weaknesses on the team was, what's really funny about the new team is that it shores up all the weaknesses of the old team, but now it has the weaknesses for the original team. So that's weird to me. It's super pay to win to have both, but I mean, if limit break is a thing, honestly, feeding the limit break copies to limit break these units is good, but like I would much rather have both squads. So that you have one squad for one purpose and another squad for another purpose, And it's tough to get 2 judges, but if you ever do pull a second judge, now you have a reason to keep one unevolved and one evolved. Also, one of the things that really kind of bugs me about this team is that it's actually going to have trouble with Invasion Garb. And I'm not the biggest fan of that. Like, the whole team was built around clearing Invasion Garb, and now this team actually will struggle with Invasion Garb. I don't even think you can clear Invasion Garb with this team. Maybe you can, I don't think you can, because, like, when you pop the Judge special, you get 2 turns of damage reduction, right? But it's only 30%, not 70%. So there's a major difference there. That I really don't like. Also, you're not getting the 7,000 heal that Baeju got. So I don't know, man. I really don't know about this. However, most people do have Invasion Garb max at this point, but if you don't have Invasion Garb, my initial thought for everybody that does not have Invasion Garb maxed is keep these guys unevolved until you max Invasion Garb. Keep the skulls on the side, and then max your Invasion Garb, and then evolve them. If you are having trouble with it, this is the best squad to beat it. If you think you can beat it with other squads, great. If you have like G4 Luffy and a couple other characters you want to bring, like TS Nami and some other characters, that's awesome. You can go with that route. But if you wanted a really great team for clearing that, it's the Germa batch. That's my only big problem with this team. But we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, well my name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smack that like button down below, as well as the subscribe button down above or below, somewhere in there. And if you guys do want to get notifications on all my videos, make sure you hit the bell notification right next to it to get notifications every time I drop a video. If you want to check out the last couple videos, they're right over there. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.